Hi guys, how's it going? So in this particular video, we are partnering up with Sewn magazine, which I am going to be a contributor for their first issue. November, December, definitely check them out, sewnmag.com. But anyway, so this particular video that I'm working on for them is about mood boards. What are mood boards? Why you should use them? How are they important in sewing? All that good stuff. So basically with mood boards, you want to think about them as vision boards, right? Collages, kind of a way to synthesize your ideas into one particular piece of paper or one particular photo. Now, the thing with mood boards is that it's very easy to get distracted on places like Pinterest, right? Like I love Pinterest. I'm sure you love Pinterest, Google Images, all this sort of thing. It's very easy to just download a bunch of pictures that you're like, oh, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. But then eventually you end up with a folder or a Pinterest board that just has a bunch of images that really don't mesh together very well, and they don't have a cohesive vision, right? Like let's say, for example, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna start a mood board. I'm gonna start a folder on my computer of photos of bathing suits, right? So you might have 500 pictures of bathing suits, but do you find the common thread besides it just being a bathing suit, right? So mood boards you have to think about in the context of they are going to be helping guide your vision and kind of synthesize exactly what your vision is for a particular project, for a particular collection of garments, whatever. So I'm going to show you guys a mood board that I made actually a little while ago. This was for my Flags of the World project, which you guys can see the completed garment here. With that particular challenge for the Flags of the World challenges, we were supposed to make dresses that were inspired by our home countries and then colors of the flag, right? So I could have gone red, white, and blue, but I was just inspired by blue. I wanted top stitching, I wanted Americana, I wanted like the gold buttons and the whole nine. So technically not gold buttons, but the thread was kind of like that golden color. Either way, this particular mood board I set up by downloading a bunch of pictures from Pinterest, printing them out, and kind of playing with them. At one point I had a big stack of pictures that I was just kind of playing with, and I'm thinking, okay, do I want this one, do I want this one, do I want this color, do I want this color? And so essentially it came down to not just swatches that I had on hand of things I wanted to use, but also swatches that I found online at places like fabric.com or brightex.com or whatever. You know, if you see a type of fabric that you might not want to use, but you're kind of inspired by anyway for the texture or whatever, just download the picture, print it out, and you can put it in your little mood board. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys an example of kind of how I start my mood board, and then how that actually is going to translate into a garment, right? So I have here a stack of photos that I have found that I was just, this is what I was digging at the time. None of these pictures are just stuff that I was digging and that I found online that I liked, but don't necessarily, I'm not thinking, okay, well, I really want to use all of these in a mood board. It's like, no, this is what I'm feeling that I want to use, but not necessarily I want to use a specific piece, right? Like there's something about them that attracts me to them, but not necessarily that I want to use them. So I printed them out just in case. I have my standard stock issue glue stick. I've got markers. I've got crayons. I've got colored pencils. If you have watercolor, use watercolor. If you have swatches from a paint store, a Home Depot or a Lowe's or whatever is nearby you, grab some of the color swatches and you can use those too in the mood board. Now, next up is you're gonna need paper or a piece of cardboard or a piece of whatever that you can stick stuff onto. I have a rectangle here. It could be a square like I did this guy. It could be a circle. It could be a triangle. Whatever shape is inspiring you at the time, go ahead and do that. Now, in my giant stack of images, what I tend to do is I will end up gravitating towards one. What is one particular picture that is just calling me? What is that one picture that I am like totally driven by, and that's what I want to build everything else around? Now, this is the picture that I wanted to use, which is actually like a screenshot from a movie. If you know the movie, it was a very nice movie. I liked it. But anyway, I liked it because sunglasses. I liked it because the stance. I liked the attitude on it. I liked the shirt dress. I liked the colors on it. I liked the bag that she's holding, kind of the attitude that she has. So it could be a lot of things that really draw you to a particular image, and that's what you're going to want to use to pull. So the first thing I do is, of course, I have my main image. This is going to be everything that I'm going to be going around, right? So from there, that's when I would pick, okay, cool, well, has more blues, this one has more purples, it has more greens, whatever it is that it's going to be in terms of colors. And then I'll put those aside and I'll go back to my stack, right? Like, what are the other images that are really tying into this main image, right? So that might be the gingham, that, you know, I think I have a couple more. It might be this summer pattern image. I'm going through here, I'm looking at this image is not gonna work. I'll put it aside, and it's okay to let that image go, right? So it's more summery, so I'm looking at this girl on the beach, right? Or I'm looking at maybe not this gingham because it's too modern and it's not giving me the same feeling, so I'm gonna let that one go too. This one here is kind of similar, and I'm kind of liking the color story on that. This gingham is not going to work because it's not giving me that summer fresh feeling, so I'm letting it go as well. And then this pattern, maybe not this guy, but I'll probably cut this guy here on the left and use that as well. Now, once you kind of start synthesizing your images like that, you can start to see a little bit more cohesion between the colors that you're using, the fabrics that you're using, what's the silhouette that keeps popping up in the images that are coming together, right? And at that point, you can go ahead and take your glue stick, start getting everything on the page, and then start putting color on top of it. Anyway, if you guys want to see the detailed shots of this particular mood board that I'm going to be making, definitely check out the November-December issue of Sewn magazine. So it's going to be found at sewnmag.com. Definitely check it out, see what you think. My full article, including all the detailed photos of this, is going to be in that first issue. And yeah, hopefully this inspires you to make your own mood board. Definitely don't feel like it has to be this perfect, beautiful mood board. Just think of it as, I need this one sheet of paper to kind of synthesize my ideas, so that when I go into the fabric store, I know exactly what I'm buying. Or when I go and pick out my patterns, I know exactly what silhouette I want. Think about it in that terms, and don't bend over backwards making a mood board that is not you. You have to make it reflect you and be inspiring, so that then you can put it up on your wall in your sewing space and you're ready to roll while you're working on your projects. Anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, all the places, all the stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.